Tulsi Gabbard knows this very well. She's a former member of Congress from Hawaii. She knows Rogan very well, and we thought it'd be interesting to hear her take on all of this. Tulsi Gabbard, thanks so much for joining us tonight. So you're watching, and God knows, I probably should have added this to the script, but we don't know where this is going. It's hard to imagine they're going to pull Joe Rogan off the air, but again, you don't know once the ball starts rolling. What do you make of the attempts to censor Joe Rogan?
It is yet the latest indicator about the real danger that we're facing as a society right now in this country, is that this fundamental freedom guaranteed to every one of us as Americans, this freedom of speech, is being threatened. People are being intimidated. Their financial security is being threatened. They are being censored or being intimidated into censoring themselves. This freedom is the fabric of our Constitution. And the fact that this is what we're facing, that the powers that be decide, well, if we don't like the things that you're saying, then we will find a way to silence you and censor you. This is something that every single American should be afraid of, because we need to have the confidence in America that we can express ourselves, that we have the freedom to speak without the threat of punishment looming over us. That right there is literally the difference between living in a democracy or living in a dictatorship.
I think that's exactly right. And for the White House press secretary to call for censorship from the podium in the White House briefing room is real. I've never seen anything like that ever, and I'm 52. Let me ask, I think this is revealing, and this is why I thought it was worth talking about. Joe Rogan's not a right-winger. It's not like they can say, oh, he's a scary QAnon character. He's certainly not. He seems pretty apolitical, pretty much a centrist. They simply hate him because he asks obvious questions, or am I missing something?
You're not missing something. He is somebody who's curious. He encourages dialogue. Of course, he's got his own opinions about things, but he can't be put in a box and he can't be controlled. He is one example. Unfortunately, he's not the only example. There are many others who have experienced the brunt of this punishment, who are either being attempted to be silenced or censored, or who have been. And this goes to a bigger point here, Tucker, that we're facing right now with the prospect of a Supreme Court vacancy. The qualification of a Supreme Court justice, the foremost and most important quality, must be someone who is committed to upholding our Constitution, who is committed to upholding the freedoms we are guaranteed in that Constitution, freedom of speech, civil liberties, and so on, not being chosen based on their gender, their sex, their race, or even their politics. We need to be looking for a Supreme Court justice who is committed and has a track record of upholding our Constitution. That's it.
I always laugh when you say things like that, because I always wonder, why do they hate Tulsi Gabbard so much? Because like Joe Rogan, you're a threat, because you defend the essential, the ancient American values that the country was based on. You do it in a very reasonable way that's nonpartisan, and that's the threat. And so I appreciate your doing that once again on our show. Thank you, Tulsi Gabbard.
Thanks.